11 from Collins, 14 from Chris Dunn. He matches his season high with 5 steals. 14 from Brooke Lopez, 11 from Jordan Miller. The Clippers get 6 players in double figures tonight. As we await for who's going to join us on the headset, Kawhi Leonard, Will Hardy, sharing a laugh on the sideline together in 2014 in San Antonio. Collins comes to hug Hardy. We'll see who joins us on the headset. Down on the baseline. Looks like it's going to be Jordan Miller. Cooper Derzanowski has got Jordan as he's talking to Dante Jones. Clippers next game Friday at Denver. 5 o'clock pregame, 6 o'clock tip for that one. Miller's walking over to grab his headset. Puts the towel over his head. And Cooper's got a lot of work to do right now. He's trying to get one interview for TV, one for radio, and then one for national TV. None of them have started. So we'll get there at some point. Here we go. Jordan's got the mic in his hand. Now he needs the headphones. Looking at him. Jordan, you got us? Oh, you can't talk to us yet.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you got us. Appreciate you hopping on the headset.
Yes, sir, my man.
Big win for you guys today. What was the conversations like at halftime? You're down 1, and then it seemed like a different team came out there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, we were able to get it tied up. So from there, it's just 0-0. So, we just stayed with it. Again, in the beginning, we kind of came off to a rough start, but we knew what we needed to do. So we just went out there and executed it.
Jordan, this month has been a month to remember for you. You've now got 9 10-point games this month. You had 6 in your career before January. What's turned for you in the month of January?
Just being aggressive, finding my spots. Kawhi and James require so much attention that it's kind of able to open up my game a little bit. So I'm just trying to take advantage of it, make stuff happen.
You're definitely taking advantage. The team is 9-1 in their last 10 games, and you're averaging a good amount in that stretch. This group's now got a couple days off to take on a tough Denver team. What did you guys like from today that you want to continue going to Mile High?
Just our second half, you know what I mean? Play just 4 good quarters of Clipper basketball and just come out there not so flat, you know what I'm saying? So whatever we got to do, whether we got to come out earlier, it doesn't matter. We just got to figure out a way to, come out strong.
You guys came away with a win. That's the most important part. Appreciate you. Enjoy this with your
yes,
teammates.
Sir, my man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Jordan. Clippers get away in 115-103. Jordan Miller finishes this game with 11 points, 7 for 10 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. He gets a steal and a block, and he's a +6 in the Clipper victory. Well, for Aaron Jacobson, our engineer, Spencer Gonzalez, our statistician, we will hand over the keys to Adam Oslin and Daniel West back in the studio. We'll take you the rest of the way. Clippers win the season series against Utah. They've won 3 in a row, 16 of their last 19, and they're headed to Denver, 2 games under 500. Postgame is next on the Clippers Outer Network.
On the LA Clippers.
Hey, what happened to that guy that was in here pregame saying Chris Dunn can't guard Markkanen? Markkanen was 5 of 15. And meanwhile, Dunn had 5 steals.
When you look at a Ford F-150.
Oh, wait. That guy got blocked for using the R word. Good win, Clipper Nation.
It's designed for the family. The road trip and the
I will not print out this broadcast, whatever that means, and eat it.
No wonder it's America's best-selling truck for 48 years and counting.
The 2025 Ford.
Ronald McPaul needs to relax.
California's best-selling truck brand.
Clippers rolling. Pulled away in the second half.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line.
Oh, Daniel West is in here?
Hello? You won't see where I am. Are you ready?
That defense to offense, the last 3 quarters, unbelievable. Chris Dunn against his former team, spectacular. The effort that guy plays with. I can't believe there are people who thought Russell Westbrook was a better defender than him.
I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then we may carry them to the car.
That defense turned the game. Kawhi to start the second quarter turned the game. James Harden to end the second quarter. No one wants to hear this, right? Can the Clippers do it in the playoffs? There's 35 more games left. I'm giving this guy a timeout. No one cares unless they do it in the playoffs. So first it was you criticize them when they were bad in the regular season. Then when they're good in the regular season, you just move the goalpost to, we'll do it in the playoffs. Now you got time for this nonsense. Not after a Clippers victory. Post Paper Bowl win. 16-3 the last 19 games. How about it? I heard Lauren Rosen gave a shout out. She texted me. I didn't hear it yet. I'm going to have to go back and watch the replay. She was killing it on the broadcast. I heard the NBC broadcast. Gave Big Shot Bob Flom a shout out.
On the LA Clippers Audio Network. Now, your pre and post.
Clippers back in Utah and completely redeemed themselves with a 115-103 victory over the Jazz. Welcome into your post-game show. I'm Adam Osland. Coming up, we'll get to second half highlights and more. But first, we go back out to Delta Center and get to Carlo Jimenez. Carlo, this Clippers team turned things around after the first quarter. It was Kawhi getting started with this offense, but the defense leading to the Clippers offense, that is their identity. That is what they do, and that's what got them pointed back in the right direction in this game.
Yeah, 23 points off the 17 Utah turnovers. The Clippers were great on that end today, really took advantage of the mistakes by the Jazz and got them back into this game. And then they got huge production from their bench, 44 bench points today for the Clippers, and able to limit the fast break points for Utah to just 8. So that's a great combination. You get bench support, you turn your defense to offense, and then you do not allow the other team to get out in transition. Clippers are going to win a lot of games this season if they continue to do that. And I thought overall, this is a solid win for this team because no one really, Kawhi had that run in the third quarter. But if your leading scorer scores 21 and you win by 12, you got a balanced team. And that's what the Clippers had today. 14 from Lopez, 11 from Miller, 16 from Harden, 14 from Dunn, 11 from Collins to add to the 21 of Kawhi. Impressive by this group to be so balanced and so excellent.
And as much as the Clippers struggled early on, I think there were 7 of 21 from the field in the first quarter and 2 of 12 from the outside. They still finished at 39% from 3. They got some good looks. They continued to run through their offense. They got a 46 attempts from the outside, which means the ball really started to hop in this one because they don't force three-pointers. They take them if they get good looks, and finally they started to make them.
Yeah, you got enough good looks, you're eventually going to hit them, and you feel like the Clippers were able to get those looks they wanted. Last time they played the Jazz, they got a 51 3. So something about playing this Utah team that's going to get you opportunities to knock down the three ball. And the Clippers got those opportunities time and time again in this ball game. It's just great to see this team continuing to operate at an elite level, defend well, play offense well, and take care of the basketball. And I thought they did a good job of that, especially in the second half, Adam, just taking care of the ball. 11 total turnovers in this game. It was excellent to see the Clippers be able to hang on to this win. You started slow, and you're kind of just waiting. When is the team going to turn it on? When are they going to come out, put their foot down? It started thanks to Kawhi Leonard in the third quarter as they ran away with it and came away with a big-time win. Fun one to watch, Adam, fun one to call, and hopefully everyone enjoyed listening back at home. And you can't take this for granted. You got to remember, this is a team that started 6-21, and now they're getting wins so easily, but this is a group that has fought to get to this point, to make these wins look easy. A lot of hard work has been put in behind the scenes, and it's showing now here at the Delta Center, a place where you lost embarrassingly by 21 to start the season. You come back, and you get a big-time win over Utah.
This Clippers team with a turnaround for the ages right now. I thought we talked about it a little bit at the half, but the bench needed to be better. Well, Brook Lopez he ended up with 14 points. And I love as he was knocking down a three-pointer, and they called the timeout on Utah's side, and he's doing the Chris Dunn celebration with him. You can just see the camaraderie, the chemistry, the way this team has meshed now, the vibes in the locker room, completely different.
Yeah, the vibes are so high, and now winning does solve everything. The Clippers have done a lot of winning this season, but man, they are unbelievably high. This team just is connected. They're together. They're behind their leaders. Ty Lue has given a lot of credit to the Clippers leaders and James Harden and Kawhi Leonard for being able to keep their head high, for never giving up on this team when they could have, for never really asking the questions of what's going wrong, always trying to be problem solvers and figure it out. And the Clippers have done that. And so for this Clipper team, you just keep working behind those leaders. You keep allowing James Harden and Kawhi Leonard to find ways on the offensive end. I mean, James 16 points, but he does have 10 assists to get his teammates involved. Great to see. And these are kind of the dog days of the season, right? All-Star break is looming. You're about 3 weeks away. It's easier for an older team to say, you know what, it's been a long, this is game 45 of the year, and teams might take their foot off the gas, but the Clippers have not done that, and you'd like to see them run through the tape here, see if you can get to 500 before you come home.
Still time on this road trip. They got 2 more. Now they're 22-24, starting in Denver on Friday night against a familiar foe. We don't expect to see Nikola Jokic in that game. As Shams Charania pointed out earlier today, it looks like he'll be out for another week. Might have been Chris Haynes. One of those reporters might have been Carlo Jimenez. He's broken some news before.
Never
you were our own personal Woj. One time it happened, I swear. I forget what the exact game was, but the Clippers will be in Denver on Friday night. Tip-off for that one's at 6. We'll have your pregame show at 5. Carlo, great call on this one. Talk to you on Friday, my friend.
Adam, always good to hear your voice. I'll miss it for the next 2 days, but I get to talk to you on Friday, and that makes me happy. Let's go!
Coming up next, second half highlights. Clippers pull away in Utah to win 115-103 thanks to defense leading to offense. 17 turnovers by the Jazz leading to 23 points for your Los Angeles Clippers. This is your Clippers postgame show right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. As Carlos said, let's go!
So much more.
How you guys feeling? I see people in the chat admitting they were wrong about this team. Now happy Lawrence Frank got the extension. It's just cats and dogs living together. What a world. What a turnaround.
California's best-selling truck brand, Ford. It's time to see
what a difference a month and a half makes.
Called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello?
Everybody upset when CP3 was let go. Fire everyone. I don't think CP3 was the problem, but there are just a lot of different factors that led to this. We're really happy to see Clipper Nation in such good spirits now. And I really like the way they won this game. They were down 11 after the first quarter, guys. They were down 1 at the half. They came out, asserted themselves well, and just the defense leading to offense, play after play. From really midway through the second point on, but leading the charge was Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn is just otherworldly on the defensive end. With how hard he works there, it changes everything for this team. Somebody said the other day, Jordan Miller needs to start. You said it in one of the comment sections here over Chris Dunn. They said Jordan Miller needs to start. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Chris Dunn is one of the best point of attack defenders in the league. And this Clippers team remembers how to play when he really starts to get going defensively.
This is LA Clippers basketball, right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
The Clippers are now just 2 games under 500 after they started 6-21. They're now 22-24. They win in Utah 115-103. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. This is your Clippers post-game show. Coming up, we'll take your phone calls, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. If you want to call in early, but right now we do have some second half highlights for you here. Clippers trailed by 11 after the first quarter. They couldn't hit anything. And then they started to get things going with Kawhi and James Harden in the second, but it was still a 1-point lead for the Utah Jazz at the half at 54-53. Starting things off, though, in the third quarter, picking up where he left off of in the second was Chris Dunn in that defense.
Dribbling with the left hand, Zubac's the switch, passes it left wing, Dunn the deflection, Dunn the steal, and a red carpet to a two-handed finish. Williams around the screen. Dunn takes it away. Another pick of the pockets. Chris Dunn's has got the cookies and a right-handed layup as his reward. On the left wing inside the three-point line. Hands it, Markkanen. Another steal. Chris Dunn to the rim with a right-handed layup. Welcome to the dungeon. Chris Dunn is everywhere tonight. He'll be in Utah's nightmares later. 11-point lead, 70-59.
Chris Dunn with 9 points in the third quarter alone, really generating them himself. Defense to offense, it's Chris Dunn, the one-man wrecking crew against the Utah Jazz. The Clippers got up by as many as 19 and led 89-74 heading into the fourth quarter. More from the former member of the Jazz, Chris Dunn.
14 for Chris Dunn. Clippers up 94-79. They lead by 15.
Clippers got up big. Coach Lue was able to rest the starters midway through the fourth quarter, and the backups held on to win 115-103 in Utah over the Jazz. Spectacular final three quarters from the Clippers. They locked in. There was a laser focus out there. The energy from them defensively and how swarming they were on the defensive end led to this victory. And the Clippers now are 16-3 their last 19 games, hottest team in the NBA. We'll get to your final box score coming up next. Clippers winners in Utah. I'm Adam Moslins, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
You'll see hard work. Great adventure.
How could that be?
So much
Y'all wanted him fired.
inside.
How could that be?
Time with the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. With that kind of
Where's Y2K Casual in here? Where are all these guys that we're hating? I don't see them anymore. Hey, where y'all going? Where y'all going?
Best-selling truck brand, Ford. It's time to see Ford in a new light.
Never have I ever.
You don't take Chris Dunn out of the starting lineup.
First marathon. Hello?
Batum hit his first two-pointer
Mile 26.
since November 14th in this game, and then hit a three-pointer right after in the second half.
Guys, I can't believe it.
Love this team. Love this turnaround. So happy for this squad. They deserve it, man.
And then they changed to the car.
Clipper Nation deserves it. They never quit. They never quit on Coach Lue. All that talk that they tuned him out never happened. Special turnaround. 22-24 now after starting 6-21. Chris Dunn with 5 steals, 1 short of a career high.
Celebrates Rhonda as more than a destination. It's a feeling. Makes people
Hey, where y'all going? Where y'all going?
to feel it before
What happened to those haters in here?
the beat of the drum, sway of the tree.
2 more left on this road trip. Got to at least get the split. In Denver, Friday, Phoenix, Sunday.
Rhonda. Every win starts with heart.
To more LA Clippers basketball
Take us with you on the iHeartRadio app.
right here on the LA Clippers.
Clippers victorious in Utah, 115-103. The place they lost by 21 in to start off the season. The redemption tour is here. Clippers ended up shooting 47% from the field, 39% from the outside. They went 18 of 46 from three. Them putting up 46 three-pointers tells you the ball was hopping. They were finding the open man. They started 2 of 12 from the outside. So they went 14 for their last 34 from three after that slow start. They started scorching it. 6 3-pointers in the third quarter really opened things up. Clippers led by as many as 21. They win 115-103, but the biggest number here is just 17 turnovers by the Utah Jazz, and the Clippers had 10 steals as a team, and Chris Dunn had 5 of those. Those 17 turnovers by Utah, the Clippers turned that into 23 points. Chris Dunn, 14. Back in Utah, 6 of 10 shooting, 2 of 4 from the outside. Incredible game. Got to give Carlo credit. That was his player to watch. I had John Collins, who was having a great game, but got into foul trouble. They were hating. He still had 11 points in just 23 minutes, but 5 personal fouls. Kawhi Leonard started slow and then had 11 points within about 3 minutes early in the second quarter. He finished with 21, which means 25th straight game for Kawhi of 20 or more, longest such streak in his career. James Harden, very good to end that second quarter, had 8 points for the Clippers as they cut into the lead and had it to within 1 at the half. Finished with 16, still 5 of 14 shooting. 10 assists, though, to just 2 turnovers. The Clippers as a team only had 11, and James Harden holding on to the basketball the way he did was big for them. Also in the starting lineup, Ivica Zubac finished with 9 and 7. Wasn't his best game, but only played 22 minutes. Still had a huge throwdown. Off the bench, I thought Brick Lopez was very good in his 20 minutes with 14 points, 5 rebounds, and had a nice little stretch in the second half that helped the Clippers extend the lead with him going 3 of 6 from distance. Also, Jordan Miller with 11 off the bench. Kobe Sanders with 8. Nico Batum with 8. Leading scorer for the Utah Jazz, Ace Bailey, had 20. Clippers win 115-103 outside of Los Angeles. We are leaving you until Friday. Clippers in Utah taking on, record scratch. Clippers in Denver taking on the Nuggets. Tip off at 6 on Friday. Pregame show back here at 5. In LA, don't go anywhere as we are not. We'll be with you on AM 570 for about the next 40 minutes with Clippers Talk next.
This has been LA Clippers Locker Room, the official recap of Clippers Hoop. Oh, yeah. Your
Best,
look at
hottest
LA
team in the
Clippers.
NBA since December 20th.
Don't miss a moment of Clippers basketball.
Good culture.
Season long right here on the LA
Everybody told me,
Clippers Audio Network.
what's their identity? What's their culture when they were 6 and 21? They're terrible. Blow it up. It's over.
When you
About
look at
that.
a Ford F-150, you'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more.
They stuck with Coach Lou. They stuck with Lawrence Frank. They didn't make a reactionary trade, and this is the result. Lawrence Frank said, I believe this team is better than they've been playing.
The 2025
Stuck to his guns.
F-150.
They turned it around.
Best-selling truck brand, Ford. It's time to see Ford and
Clippers fans.
Awesome. Awesome to see.
That's in the arena. And when you've got to be there to catch all the sights, sounds, and styles in person, Ticketmaster's got
Was the CP3 stuff a distraction? I don't know. At first, they kept losing after they sent him home, and people said that was proof he wasn't a distraction. So are those same people now saying he was? I don't know. It may have been a factor. I still love CP3. I think this team, a lot of things had to change. They got back to committing to defense. But yeah, a lot of people here in the chat, I'm waiting for the apologies here. Not to me.
We'll see you courtside, LA.
But this team,
Spirit of Rwanda is a sensory and emotional.
nobody saw this coming. I didn't see this coming. Nobody saw this coming. But they stayed the course. They stayed the course. They believed in the guys they had. They believed the worm would turn. It did.
It's not just a game. It's a fire. It's a feeling. It's us, Rwanda.
Redemption season underway.
Welcome in to Clippers Talk, the official postgame show of the Clippers on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Clippers defense leads to offense. The Jazz had 17 turnovers. That led to 23 points for the Clippers, yada, 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 all that jazz. Clippers go on to win 115-103 in Utah over the Jazz. Welcome in. I'm Adam Moslin. This is Clippers Talk here on AM 570 LA Sports. You can get to me at Follow Adam A. You can also call in at 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570 if you want to talk about the hottest team in sports, definitely in the NBA. The Clippers started 6-21, and since then they've gone 16-3. Their last 19 games, nobody has been better. They had the second best net rating in the league leading into this contest. The way they played in this game will only help. But it didn't start off smooth. We thought, is this going to be a replay of what happened game one where they lost by 21 to the Utah Jazz? And that started the tailspin. That first quarter was hard to watch. And it was really, though, the Clippers just missing shots. They weren't turning the ball over a ton. They weren't being out-rebounded a ton. It is just more proof of a make-or-miss league sometimes. The Clippers started 7 of 21 from the field and 2 of 12 from 3. The rest of the way, they went 12 for their next 34 from the outside, I believe, after that. Was it 12 of 34? No, make it 16, of 34 the rest of the way, because they went 18 of 46 from the field. So after starting 2 of 12 from 3, they go 16 for the next 34 from 3. That's 47%, and they end up at 39% from 3 on high volume, with the attempts being 46. You're getting good looks early. You're missing them, just like stayed the course in so many other ways with this team when they were 6-21. Stayed the course with your offense. It was working. You just weren't hitting shots. They did. Eventually, they started to fall in bunches. 16 for their next 34 after starting 2 of 12 from the outside. But to me, more so than anything, it's about the defense. And it's about Chris Dunn. Daniel West, you still got that mix from the third quarter. I cannot believe what a dog Chris Dunn was in dogging his former squad in the Utah Jazz. And as Brian Seaman would say, there's always a little bit extra when you're going up against your former employer. There was, with point of attack defense from Chris Dunn.
Dribbling with the left hand, Zubac's the switch, passes it left wing, Dunn the deflection, Dunn the steal, and a red carpet to a two-handed finish. Williams around the screen, Dunn takes it away, another pick of the pockets. Chris Dunn's has got the cookies and a right-handed layup as his reward. On the left wing inside the three-point line, hands it, Markkanen, another steal. Chris Dunn to the rim with a right-handed layup. Welcome to the dungeon. Chris Dunn is everywhere tonight. He'll be in Utah's nightmares later. 11-point lead, 70-59.
Clamp City in Utah, courtesy of Chris Dunn. 5 steals, 1 off of his career high. Those highlights were just from the third quarter. He's generating offense through his own defense there. He ended up with 14 points on 6 of 10 shooting, 2 of 4 from the outside, and 5 steals. When guys lead like that, when one guy is playing that hard defensively, it just permeates throughout the rest of the team. And it started in the second quarter with his defensive tenacity and the Clippers clamping down as a whole. And after they were down by 11, remember, after they started so slow, 7 of 21 from the field, 2 of 12 from 3 in the first quarter. The second quarter also ended up really turning in the Clippers' favor because Kawhi Leonard got off to a real rough start. He was 1 of 5. He missed their first 3 shots. He took all 3 of their first 3 shots. He missed them all. His first bucket was on a putback, I think on a miss from Chris Dunn in the first quarter. And I'm not saying I'm a genius for this. It's just law of averages, and it's the run Kawhi Leonard's been on. But I said on Twitter, if you follow the thread, Kawhi's about to cook before the second quarter started. And wouldn't you know, within the first 4 minutes of the second quarter, Kawhi had a quick 11 points. It was that easy. And the Clippers were right back in this thing. In fact, they had a lead before they gave it up a little bit and were down by 1 at the half at 54-53. Kawhi's offense clicked in. That helped them set their defense by making more shots out there. And then he comes out around the midway point of the second quarter, and James Harden started to get it going. He had 8 points in the last 2 minutes of the second, and it was a 1-point game at the half. The third quarter, though, by this Clippers team is really when everything came together. Defense leading to offense. And Chris Dunn is the spirit of this team. Coach Lou says it all the time. We need to play the way Chris Dunn does. One guy giving an effort like that can change everything. There was somebody in the chat earlier who said some nasty things in the pregame, and I just blocked him. But he kept saying that Chris Dunn can't guard Lauri Markkanen. Well, Markkanen went 5 of 15, and Chris Dunn was on him a lot. And he had a steal leading to his own dunk with the highlight you heard earlier to start the third quarter off of Markkanen. And the Clippers went from down 1 to up 1. Then Kawhi has a tough layup. Now they're up 4. Collins hits a three-pointer. Clippers up 7. 10-2 run. Another Dunn steal and layup on Cody Williams now. Jazz call a timeout after I believe it was 65-59. And out of that timeout, the Clippers got not a 24-second shot clock violation. It ended up being a 38-second shot clock violation because they gave up an offensive rebound. It resets to 14. And they continued to guard. And it ended up a turnover by the Utah Jazz. And then Kawhi hit a 3 on the other end. Another steal by Chris Dunn. Now they're up 11. Make it 12 at 73-61. A Harden three-pointer puts them up by 16. A Brook Lopez 3 puts them up by 19. Just an avalanche. The Clippers at one point went through a stretch where they were on a 41-16 run. They were down 11 in the first quarter, guys. In fact, after the first quarter. And they just flipped that switch. Defense leads to offense. And the first quarter was just them missing good looks, too. They weren't bad shots. Well, we have a moment. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on AM 570 LA Sports. By the end of the third quarter, you know things are going well when Nico Batum gets his first two-pointer since November 14th. A little midi on the right baseline. His first 2-point make since November 14th for Nico. Then he comes right back and hits a three-pointer. Clippers are up 89-74 after the third. From down 1 to going plus 16 in the third quarter and leading by 15 heading into the fourth. Now, Dunn did have an air ball and a floater early in the fourth. Brook Lopez, though, had a fantastic block on Markkanen after he initially beat him off the dribble to get to the rim. Lopez with the rear view contest, got a hand on it. The defense is infectious. You see Chris Dunn out there like that, everybody's jumping in. Then Jordan Miller, a steal leading to a dunk. Hey, I can do it too, Chris. A Dunn three-pointer, and the Clippers are up 94-29. Kawhi hits a three-pointer straight away in the fourth quarter over Ace Bailey to get him to 21 points. Lopez hits a 3, and now the Clippers are up 21. But that Kawhi three-pointer to get to 21 points, 25th straight game of 20 or more. Clippers' largest lead was at 21. Coach Lou, actually the Utah Jazz at this point called a timeout. Dunn has another steal out of the timeout. I don't think the Clippers converted this one. Both teams started clanking over a 2-minute stretch from the 8-minute mark to the 6-minute mark. It was, YMCA out there, just really good defense, but everybody was just putting up bricks. But the lead stayed at 20 for the Clippers. And then at the 5:43 mark of the fourth quarter, Coach Lou called off the dogs. They put the human victory cigars out there. The backups were out there and still did some work. Yannick tried a three-pointer, didn't get it to go. Jordan Miller got a bucket, got to the free throw line as he is prone to do. It's one of the nice things about Jordan Miller. They have a trouble guarding him. He's got kind of an off-beat, off-rhythm game to him that's really tough on defenders. Paul Pierce had some of that. I'm not saying he's Paul Pierce. I'm just saying, I remember when he dropped 40 one time at Staples Center. This was, I don't know, mid-2000s before they faced each other in the finals in 08. And I think the Lakers had Chris Mim on their team, so it's like 04 or 05, somewhere in there. And Kobe said afterwards that Paul Pierce, he's hard to guard. He just has an offbeat type of game. Jordan Miller has a little bit of that with his deceleration, with just his footwork. The lead did get down to 11 at one point late, but the Clippers would go on to win with the backups in for about the last 6 minutes, 115 to 103 in Utah over the Jazz. Quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll get to your phone calls, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. Clippers winners of 16 of their last 19 games, hottest team in the NBA. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to Clippers Talk here on AM 570 LA Sports.
It's just right for you.
I knew that I would.
You can explore
So good.
so
good.
outside.
I got you. Ow! Sorry, that did hurt my voice. Ow. Any post-game audio you see, Daniel?
Nothing. Yeah. Well, let me check my sources here.
Let's go places.
Let me go to
Coach Lou called Chris Dunn a shutdown corner post-game. I saw that, guys.
Subscription.
And when you've got to be there to catch all the
He does that.
sounds and
He
styles
calls
in
Chris
person,
Dunn and
Ticketmaster's
DJ's shutdown corners.
the official ticket marketplace of the LA Clippers and the NBA.
Get back soon, DJ.
Tickets available to every game. Even if you're
Well, I could see some Coutinho Mobley with Jordan Miller. Jason, that's a good call. Coutinho was on our team when we won the tournament.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The celebrity tournament on the Clippers Court B. I don't know, a couple months ago.
So throw on your
I see that.
your crew and lock in your tickets at
Love Coutinho, Cat Mobley.
because nothing beats being able to say you
Yeah, Miller, I've compared him to slow-mo a little bit. I've compared Kobe Sanders to slow-mo a little bit, too.
before they're gone. Ticketmaster.com/Clippers, and we'll see you courtside.
866-987-257 if you guys want to get on.
Really eating during the commercial break?
You bet. These factory meals keep my head in the game.
Oh yeah. So what do you got there?
Yeah, there was a lot of people saying Kawhi's washed, James Harden's washed.
I get chef prepared.
Then Kawhi looks like the best player in the league for a month and a half now.
Oh, so you're a pro now too?
Box says factor like a pro. So yeah.
I think
Nuggets second night of a back-to-back on Friday. I like that.
Factormeals.com.
Take any advantage you can get.
Back to more LA Clippers basketball.
Let the good times roll. I joked during the broadcast. Carlos said there was a 3-point party in Utah. I was like, there's not many parties in Utah, so it's nice to give them a 3-point party. As the Clippers went 18 of 46 from the outside after starting 2 of 12. It's just jokes. It's just jokes. I'm not pulling a Vernon Maxwell. I drove through Utah once. It was beautiful from inside the car. No hate here. I don't need Z-Dog after me either. Quentin calling in from LA County. Quentin, what's up? You're on Clippers Talk.
Adam doing a great job, buddy. Hey, I was there Sunday night. That was me that came up to you guys' booth and I was waving at you.
Oh, I would have came over. We were on the air. I saw you, but we couldn't jump over. The cord wasn't long enough. I didn't know.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that was me, buddy. I said, man, I you know, yeah, my pastor had treated me to the game because he knows I'm a longtime Clippers fan. And so, yeah, so he treated me, man. I was awesome. The stadium's awesome. Man, I'm just so excited. Hey, so listen, I wrote down a few things. I know you got other callers. So you know, we can really be like Indiana and win the NBA championship. Now, I really mean that because this team is learning how to win. They have learned how to win. They've learned how to face adversity. Of course, the elephant in the room is, you know, the Claws staying injury free. But man, our young players, you know, in a way, you know, with Bradley getting hurt, which was, you know, that we didn't want that. But like Kobe Sanders, and Jordan Miller, these guys are developing, and that's what it's all about. The guys, they have to play. When they play, they get experience, they get better, and they learn how to win. So what do you think about that, Adam?
I hope you're right. I don't hate the parallel to the Indiana Pacers. I mean, very different teams. They went through the East, but it's not like they went through bad teams to get to the finals. They beat Giannis in the first round. The second round, they ended up, who did they beat in the second round? Because they eventually got the New York Knicks in the Eastern. Oh, they beat the Cavs. They beat the Cavs in the second round.
Oh, the Cavs, okay.
And then they and the Cavs were great last season. They won 65 plus games. And then they beat the Knicks. But it will be a tougher road for a team like the Clippers, especially if you have to go through the play-in, which means at best you're getting the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. Now, if it's Houston or San Antonio, if the Clippers could get in the 7-8, win that game, then you're the 7th seed. If you could get Houston or San Antonio, I don't hate those matchups. I don't love them, but I don't hate them. I prefer them over the Denver Nuggets, at least.
Okay. Well, and I had something else for you. So with DJJ coming back, how would you feel if, I don't know if this works in the trade machine, if we could package him and Bogey and Kobe Brown to Brooklyn for MPJ and bring back T-Man? How would that work in the trade machine, or those contracts wouldn't add up?
They'd have to add somebody else on the Clippers side to make that work because T-Man's making like $12 million. I think it's a little bit outside of their range, but it's not the craziest thing. I get it, but that we talk about chemistry. We talk about how well this team is playing together. I like Michael Porter Jr., but you are really inserting a player that it's going to change the dynamic of how you play. That's pretty seismic.
Okay, but actually, so my argument for Michael Porter Jr. is in Kawhi Leonard insurance. Okay,
there is no like in the playoffs though. It's either you have Kawhi and have a chance, or you don't, and you're not going to win. Like there's nobody that if you don't have Kawhi is going to get you through a playoff series. That's just not realistic.
I don't with Michael Porter Jr. He's already an NBA champion. He's never been a number one option. We don't know how he will be.
Well, we see him as a number one. I'm not saying he can't scale up and do some good things, but if you don't have your best player in a playoff series and you're a bottom team seeding wise in the West and you're missing that player, you're not getting out of that playoff series. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
you need Kawhi.
Ed, I'm not saying you don't need Kawhi, but if in the event he were injured, I would feel very confident with Michael Porter Jr.
You might feel confident, but they're not going to win the playoff series. I'm sorry, you're not going to win.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. But okay, so and another thing, I would love to bring Terrence back and let him play that role of backing up James like he did before. The game where I saw him, I said, man, we need to bring him back home.
Well, I love Terrence Mann, but you got to recognize if you like all these young guys playing right now and you bring back Terrence Mann, bring in Michael Porter Jr., well, all of a sudden Kobe and Jordan aren't playing nearly as much. I'm just putting that out there. You can't have it all.
But how is that if you're trading DJJ, Bogey, and Kobe Brown, those are roster spots.
But no. Quentin, you're missing the point. DJ and Bogey are out right now. They're not taking up any of that space from Jordan Miller and Kobe Sanders. So if you bring back two guys, really, even if you trade DJ and Bogey, they're not playing right now anyways. They're not taking away minutes from Kobe and Jordan. When DJ gets back, he will. But if you're saying you're bringing in Terrence Mann in the trade, like then he's going to take away minutes from them.
Okay. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't have the rotation right.
It's a numbers
the way
game.
I thought.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah. Okay. So right now, Coach Lou is playing 9 players right now, correct?
Yeah, well, tonight went a little bit deeper into his bench since there's a blowout. Quentin, I appreciate the phone call. I got to take a time out here. Next time, the only reason we didn't come over is because we were in segment when you came by. But next time, just hang out a little bit. We'll come by and say hi. Oh, there he goes. Quentin's gone. Quick time out here. Clippers win 115-103 in Utah over the Jazz. They have won 16 of 19, 16-3 their last 19 games. Hottest team in the league. I'm Adam Moslem looking for some post-game sound next here on Clippers Talk on AM 570 LA Sports. I'm not against Michael Porter Jr. I'm not against Terrence Mann. I just, you got to understand, if you love what's happening right now with this Clippers team, but you also want them to bring in guys, those guys are going to take the spot of some of the young guys you like watching and you like seeing grow right now and develop. You can't have it all. There's a trade-off.
Rhino and more, so you can customize with confidence.
But look, I don't think they're going 15-3 their next 18 games. The schedule is about to get tougher, guys. So you can't just say, don't change anything. This is it. They're perfect. As if they're just going to replicate 15-3 all over again. The schedule gets tougher. February is tougher. March is tougher. So I just have to be realistic about it.
Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26.
866-987-2570. 866-987-2570 is the phone number.
Guys, I can't believe it. I knew you could do it, babe. That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel?
Did you see any post-game audio, Daniel?
Let's take a picture. And then
Fresh. Nothing on our YouTube pages yet.
I at least got some quotes. We got one more time out.
Yeah, one more time out after this.
The reason I like Michael Porter Jr. is because he kind of has proven that he could scale down and scale up. Look at his numbers this year as more of being the number one option in Brooklyn. But you got to give up a lot to get him.
Right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
I'm not eating a damn thing if they go 15-3 over the next 18 games. They're currently 1-0 during this stretch as they win in Utah. Clippers over the Jazz 115-103, a game they trailed by 11 in early, but pulled away and just showed that they're in a different class right now. They're not playing like a team that's 22-24. They're playing like a team that should be at the top of the West. They're playing like a team that if they played like this early in the season, they would be at the top of the West. But injuries, a lot of extenuating issues and factors, and they didn't play well enough. It's on them. They started off the season getting blown out in that game in Utah. It never should have happened. They never should have been 6-21. And if they end up in the play-in, likely, or they end up taking on the Thunder in the first round, could definitely happen. It's on them for starting so slow, and that's disappointing. But it's fun right now watching this team that's 16-3 and the hottest team in the league. But they're still chasing getting back to 500. They're walking teams down in the standings. They are. Some teams are coming back to the pack, not just the Lakers. Portland lost tonight. That's good for the Clippers. They lost in D.C. to the Wizards. So, as I mentioned before, they've turned the tide, but they're still underwater by 2 games. still under 500. Now, 2 more games left on this road trip. They get back to 500 by Sunday if they won in Denver on Friday and then in Phoenix on Sunday. But just focus in one game at a time here. Coach Lou, postgame on Chris Dunn, said, quote, he's like a shutdown corner. He wants that responsibility. He takes on the challenge every single night, just seeing how he can guard up and guard down. It doesn't matter, but he definitely deserves to be on an all-defensive team. He does. He didn't make it last season because the 60 game, you have to play this many minutes restriction, and we were all talking about it a ton. He got snubbed, but it was just because he didn't meet the requirements. What's the old Isaiah Thomas from The Last Dance gif? I thought I met the criteria to be on Team USA. Maybe this will be his year. He's been incredible over the last 6 weeks. Less gambling, getting back to just playing the same defense we saw from him last season. Clippers are currently 22-24. They're the 10th seed right now. They're deadlocked with Portland, who's 23-25 for the 9th seed. Both teams are 15 games back on the number 1 seed in Oklahoma City. The Clippers hold the head-to-head tiebreaker, however, against Portland based on win percentage. I see. It's better to have one less loss than one more win when it comes to win percentage. That's how you calculate that. But the Clippers have won 3 of their last 4 games on the road at Delta Center, which is good to see. At one point, this comes from Justin Rousseau, they had a 1-38 record there before the 2012-2013 season. That was a house of horrors for them. And it's always a tough place to play, Utah. And that's why when they got off to the slow start, I wasn't surprised by that, but I was very happy to see the way they responded in this game. Clippers win in Utah over the Jazz, 115-103. Quick timeout. We'll come right back. 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. I'm Adam Osland, and this is Clippers Talk here on AM 570 LA Sports. Awesome to see. I guess NBC talked about the Robert Flom tweet. I know they did again, a follow-up on FanDuel. Lauren Rosen handled that. I still got to see it. In fact, I need to make sure I'm recording the replay later tonight. Big shot, Bob Flom. Man of the 24 hours. 48 hours now?
You can explore our full lineup of vehicles. They are featured side by side.
You guys want Kobe White and Colin Sexton? I can get with that.
Find a dealer. You can build, price, and accessorize your vehicle.
Whichever comes cheaper.
So for your next Toyota car, truck, or
The Clippers went 19 of 37 outside of the paint the last 3 quarters. That is some hot shooting. After 12 of 14 outside the paint in the first quarter, missing 12 of their 14 shots outside the paint in the first quarter, they went 19 of their next 37. This is why you have to trust the process and your philosophy. If you're getting good looks, you just continue to run that offense. I don't care if you're missing early on from 3. You have to keep shooting them. When you're getting open looks, they will eventually fall.
That no-look pass that makes the crowd gas. That dunk that rattles the rim and shakes the arena.
Really, really proud of this team.
Everyone on their feet. And even
Exceptional
off the court that make you
resolve in the face of what could have been. I don't want to think about what this season and how it could have gone when they were 6-21.
Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Clippers. Grab them before they're gone. Ticketmaster.com/Clippers. And we'll see you courtside, LA. Back to more LA Clippers basketball.
Was that the last time out?
Yeah, that's the last time out.
Right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
What a difference 3 months make. 3 months ago in Utah to start off the season, the Clippers lost by 21. Had no business being on the court that night. Looked like they were unprepared, weren't ready to play. Guys didn't bring the requisite energy for an NBA game to start off the season. They end up starting 6-21. Now they've won 16 of 19 and are the hottest team in the league after winning in Utah 115-103 tonight. I'm Adam Osland. Welcome back in. It is your Clippers post-game show. And what has been solidified for this team going back to last season is who they are, their identity, what's crystallized for them, and their culture is defense leads to offense. If the defense is there, the offense will follow. You start getting some easy ones. You start getting those steals leading to runouts with Chris Dunn. Well, that means you're setting your defense on the other end. When you're making shots, the Clippers set their defense, and their defense is really good in the half court. The transition defense, not so much. They're an older team. Every team has flaws. That is theirs. The best way to mask your flaw there is to not turn it over and to hit shots and to create easy looks through your own defense. That's what the Clippers did tonight. But they got back to their identity that we saw all of last season. And they've really gotten back to it in a way that's maybe even more impressive now because while they had the 18-3 run to end last year, this team, because of the youth movement now, with Jordan Miller, with Kobe Sanders out there, even Cam Christie and Yana getting some run here and there and playing well, it feels more sustainable what they're doing. Now, we'll see. I don't think they're going 15-3 over the next 18 games, even though they started 1-0 so far in this next stretch. But can you just win 7 of 10 games? Just win 7 of 10. Win at a 700 clip. Because if your defense, shots come and go, they missed early. They made them the last 3 quarters. But if the defense remains for 48 minutes and they bring the right energy, they're going to be just fine. And they're going to look much more like the team we thought they were going to be to start off this season. And when people say, how is this happening? What's going on? This is more of what we expected this year. I like the roster they put together this summer. We all did. They got off to the slow start and everybody said, trade everyone, fire everyone. There were reasons for the slow start. Bradley Beal goes out for the season. They lose DJ. They lose Kawhi for 10 games. Tough schedule. Whatever was happening behind the scenes with CP3, maybe that was a part of it. I don't know. There was definitely some bad vibes. And then they just couldn't close out games. They had turned a corner before they started winning. They had already been playing much better for a couple of weeks. They just couldn't close. They couldn't close a blockbuster video. Like they couldn't close anything. Then they got a couple of wins, got the monkey off their back, and started rolling. And winning can change everything very quickly. And they remembered how they have to win by playing good defense. And they have a superstar in Kawhi Leonard who looks like himself again. He had the entire offseason to train the way he wanted to because he didn't go under the knife. So people are saying, you expect this from Kawhi? I don't know about this, but I expected him to be pretty good this season, considering it was the first time since summer of 2020 where he didn't have surgery. I was surprised a little bit of how slow he started and how slow the team started, but he still had some good games. Those two things intertwining, Kawhi getting it going, the defense. John Collins wakes up, starts shooting a ridiculous 60% from the outside. Lopez gave him good minutes when he came in, and they won those 6 games without Ivica Zubac. Zoo comes back. Still hasn't really hit his stride yet, but defensively he's been good. Offensive end, still looking to find it. And even though James Harden has been shooting well, still doing enough. That's why I say I think it's more sustainable the way they're playing now, because not everybody's playing great, but if your defense is there nightly, that goes a long way. So hopefully some of these other guys cool off. Kawhi is going to cool off at some point. John Collins is going to cool off. Well, then James Harden gets it going. And the young guys just continue to get better. Kind of feeds on itself, this Clippers machine right now. A lot of different ways to win, but it starts with defense. Chris Dunn, what a phenomenal performance. Clippers win in Utah, back in his old stomping grounds, 115-103 over his former team in the Jazz. Clippers next game in Denver on Friday. Pregame show right back here at 5. Before we leave you, I do want to thank the Clippers organization, Ralph Lawler, Brian Seaman, Noah Eagle, Carlo Jimenez on the call. A great call with him, having Chris Dunn as his player to watch. Daniel West, our producer, back here in the bank. Joey Kimball, Chris Taylor, what's up? Big brother Jake Warner, what's up? We'll say what's up to you guys on Friday. Clippers back in Denver, taking on the Nuggets. Tip off at 6, pregame at 5. I'm Adam Moslin. Talk to you then.